Good morning, beautiful people. Good evening, good afternoon, and a good day. My name is Kaya, my name is Chloe, and welcome to our private virtual safari. It started very late. It was 17 minutes after normal starting time, but we had some technical issues. At least they are being solved and they're being dealt with. On the camera with us this morning is Matthew Key. So who's on FC this morning is Charles, and definitely we're coming to you live from the Greater Kruger National Park here in the southern part of Balule Nature Reserve in this beautiful area called Pridelands Conservancy. And so while we were waiting for technical issues to be sorted out, we saw fresh tracks of lions. So I think it's a breakaway pride, Zangati breakaway pride. These are two females with 3 cubs. So they're just going straight into Ndlovu Dam, and then what I'm going to do, I didn't see tracks going out of Ndlovu Dam because the surface is very hard there. The ground is not so soft, so I can't really see the tracks. So what I'll do is I'll drive to the other side of Ndlovu Dam. We're just on the northern side of Ndlovu Dam. Then we're going to the southern part of Ndlovu Dam and get to see what's happening that side. So who's with us this morning? Oh, okay. We have Barbara, Connie, Brandy, Janice, Betty, Michelle, Curious One, NET, Mary, Becky. Oh, we have quite a lot of people. Arlaramo, we have Catherine, we have Mass 54, Giraffe Girl, we have Wendy, if you want to say that for a second time. It's Wild Cats. We have Tweety Tweet. We have Joanne. James Richard. We have... Okay. It's Mary and Arlaramo again. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to see where these tracks might lead us to, because we might be lucky to see these cats this morning, because I'll be jumping out and get to see. We don't have tracks here because they're coming from the north and they're coming straight to the dam. So maybe they were on this road, but because they went down, they coming from the north, going straight south. So maybe they had a drink, because they looked to be early this morning because it was windy all night long, but the tracks are still visible. So I strongly believe that it was just before the light came out. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that, driving on the other side, because they're just walking here, moving to the other side. So who knows, we might be seeing cats this morning. So to open our eyes, we have to smell, we have to listen, and maybe we'll be lucky to see these beautiful cats. They've been around, they were roaming around the southern part of Pridelands, and so we're lucky to see that almost every day. So the Ngati pride that we know. Oh, oh, hello. We have a youngster here, the female giraffe. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 female giraffes, and definitely they're enjoying the best time of their lives. Hello, the rather Fortlen. We have Donna, Brandy. Hello everyone. Dizzy. Definitely we're having these beautiful animals here, and the lions that we are busy trying to catch up with, they won't even try to take one of these tall giants here, because they know that they need extra individuals to take them down. It's not so easy. So the Ngati pride that we know with 6 females, definitely it specializes on taking down the giraffes. But these 2 females with 3 cubs definitely will be going for a medium-sized antelope or smaller antelopes, because they know that if they get injured, they will be compromising the safety of their cubs. And their cubs are not that young anymore. They're just above 1.5 years old. So definitely, oh, there's 3 of them, Matty. There's definitely 3 of them. Definitely they are enjoying their best time in the bush, so hopefully they will be making some sound this morning so that they can show us those lines. But definitely they are walking opposite direction where the tracks are heading to. And definitely what we're going to do, we're going to leave these beautiful giraffes while busy browsing, making sure that their face and their faces are very safe from these vicious thorns. Definitely those eyelashes will be doing the job of protecting their eyes, and definitely their lips. They are so strong to that point that they're not really bothered by these thorns. And we're going to say, see you soon, ladies. Female giraffes. Hey, giraffe girl. Just saw giraffes, and we saw female giraffes. Hopefully you did enjoy their sighting. And so this is a big block, so it might be like he's not only being spoiled by lions, or maybe might be seeing a sporty cat, who knows, maybe elephants. Buffaloes this morning will be a treat. Buffaloes would be a treat. A hare was spotted yesterday moving down south, so I don't know whether it went out of our reserve, because there's this beautiful neighboring reserve which is called Kwenga Boston, the eastern part. So we do have traversing rights there, but the problem is that we don't have signal that side. So we're hoping all the time that all these beautiful animals come to Pridelands, and also Jejani up north. We don't have any traversing rights there, and Jejani, it's our neighboring reserve in the north, and off-roading is not allowed there. So sometimes not off-roading, it's tricky, because animals, they move into these thick big blocks, and if you want to see them, definitely you won't be able to. So definitely these tracks didn't come to the eastern part of Ndlovu Dam. Definitely they shot either south or they went west. Hi, Rosemary. Beautiful, beautiful windy morning. Definitely the cats will be out and about. They're very active this morning. You can see it's windy, a bit cloudy. And this is the weather that they prefer, especially during the day, because when it's very hot, they will be sitting and they're having some siesta time, lazing around, especially after a big meal. But now they move, because they know that this wind definitely destructs the prey species. What happens, most of the prey species, they'll be moving into the thickets to avoid the wind, because they can't really smell what's happening around. So that compromises their safety. So I still don't have tracks on this side. So because those tracks are a little bit fresh, we'll be relying on the alarm calls again. The baboons, if they do see them, definitely they'll be shouting, "Whoa! Whoa!" I trust baboons more than monkeys sometimes, and squirrels, because baboons, they mean business. Baboons mean business. So we check around these junctions so that we don't miss a thing. So we're not only looking for these bigger things around here, we're also looking for creepy crawlies, we're looking for spiders, we're looking for crickets, we're looking for locusts. Might lose me for a second this dip, but if you are very lucky, you won't lose me, because you know, sometimes in these areas where we think there will be signal issues, they don't just appear. So in these areas that we trust most, you'll start seeing a screen cracking. Definitely, I'm not gonna pass this junction without stopping a bit, getting to see what's happening here, to check. Especially early in the morning, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing to check along these junctions in the morning, because that's where you see loads of tracks of these animals that are active at night. So you don't have to look up all the time, you have to look on the ground. If there are no birds or leopards in trees, definitely there will be few tracks on the ground. James Richard, definitely. It will be a very awesome treat for wild dogs, but because these wild dogs, they've been utilizing the southern part of Pride lands, it will be tricky, because they will be moving away from the southern part, because if they smell lions, definitely going to move away from that area. And there's been lots and lots of scat or droppings around the southern part, especially when you go along the main road that takes you to the main gate. That's where you see all these territorial markings there, all the droppings. They utilize that area. But this particular pride that we're following now, it utilizes most of that area. So definitely wild dogs will be moving away from that area because of their safety. And as we know that the wild dogs and lions, they are enemies. And then also the movement of the wild dogs is determined by the movement of the lions and the population of the lions in that certain area. Because if there's more lions in the area, because here we have two females, the breakaway Ngati Pride and then the main Ngati Pride, so they utilize the whole area, so it's difficult for other predators to breathe properly. The leopards will definitely be a little bit skittish. The wild dogs will also do that. And then the cheetahs will definitely move out or just stay away from that area where there's a high density or high activity of lions. So they just avoid conflict, because a lion, just one lion will take down a wild dog very easy. So that's why they avoid meeting each other. But definitely it would be a great treat to see the wild dogs. Kim Twister, definitely. I also love wild dogs, but not more than hyenas, eh? Yeah, it's just beautiful. The wild dogs are just beautiful, because each and every individual here in the bush, each and every animal has its own special, unique feature. So I can't say I love this more than that. Because if I'm with the wild dogs, I get a different feeling with the wild dogs. If I'm with the lions, I get a different feeling. If I'm with a leopard, I just get the very different, unique feeling also. So they have their special places in my heart. So now these lines are really testing my tracking skills. And definitely what we'll do is we'll drive from here to the southern part of the dam and then get to check what's happening there. And if not, we'll go drive to the area where they usually go, because they've been moving from this area, eco training camp, and then this Ndlovu Dam side. Then they move down to southwest. That's near this the southwest corner of Pridelands, and then we'll be checking them around along that area. So I have to check it properly and thoroughly before I get out of a vehicle. So what happens is they are mostly spotted along that side, and then we go along the dry riverbed or drainage line. Then they'll slowly cruise to zebra clearing, and then after that they'll settle around there for a day or two, and then definitely they will be coming back to this area again. So it looks as if buffaloes had a very awesome night around here. Oh, there's a grey heron. It's flying away from us. Have you seen something, grey heron? So the buffaloes had a great night here last night. So you can see the droppings are scattered all over the place. So we'll be heading out. Oh, I nearly disturbed the migration. Mary, you see when you go on your left, brother, from that heron, to come back from that heron, there are beautiful birds that are slowly approaching the waterhole. So it's a grey heron, and I want to show you these beautiful birdies marching to the waterhole for their first Friday swim. Look at these youngsters. They've gained all the rights to lead their parents. Definitely they don't need their parents now to lead them to the water or to the dam. So you can see these youngsters are leading, and then they're getting the morning lecture on how to deal with life around this vicious land of Pridelands that's full of vicious predators. Because definitely a caracal will snack on that, will eat these goslings, definitely even the birds of prey. Even lions will go for them. A hyena will have a taste for one or two, but definitely these parents have been doing a great job to keep these 7 goslings safe and sound. But when you go westerly direction from here, definitely there is a place where that is called Leopard Dam. We only left with 2 because my last 2 weeks I was home, and there were 4 at that time, but now they went down to 2. Canadian, definitely. To be out and about, it's such a great feeling. Even if you don't see all these sightings where the lion's taking down a kudu or taking down a prey species, but just being out and about, it just soothes my soul, eh? Yes, definitely, Kim. These are juveniles, and they're definitely having their best time of their lives, knowing that their parents are there. And definitely, they are as big as their parents now. And oh, the mom or dad just came in. Don't know what exact gender is that, but definitely if they start flying or making sounds, I will easily tell that, because the females are much noisy compared to the males. The females will like ah ah ah, and the males will be ah ah ah. Because oh, definitely, at least from where we are right now, those tracks, as I've said, they're heading down south west corner. Definitely one vehicle have been spotted those tracks heading that direction, so it will be easier for us to follow up on that. If they are on the other side, we'll be checking on it on the other side so that we can have a successful tracking of these lines. So what we're going to do, we definitely going to hit that side and get to search and scratch around that area and get to see that we are not lucky with the beautiful cats this morning. Metichi, you can see mom is standing there giving those goslings a lecture. It's like Kaya when he was still a school kid with the lecture at the front. Sitting still, and they're not swimming, they're just listening to the adult rules of the day. Medici, let's go, brother. Hello, Ubombo Kiao. Andre, good morning. Andre from Brazil. And it's so interesting that I was playing a Brazilian song, and I even posted that on my story on Facebook. I don't know the exact way, but I can tell you I can say the tune. Yes, but it is a nice song. I just heard it on the internet, and then I started playing the song, and I'm starting to fall in love with the song. Definitely. So what we're going to do, we're going to be shooting down south, west, and then we're going to be scratching around there. We're gonna be smelling. We're gonna be licking some ground to get some information. Do you know that if you can lick a track, then we get all this information. But not everyone can do that. You have to have a special gift to do that. So if I can lick a track, very first track, then I can definitely follow that track very easy. So those ones, they were a bit tricky because they were slowly fading because of the wind. Yeah, I don't know. I think it sounds some music, and I'm struggling to do samba dance, but I'll definitely master that, because if you know Ronaldinho, one of the Brazilian best players, he used to dance samba after he scored a goal. Just that my waist is not so oily; it's a bit rusty. So I need to work it out a bit. Need to apply some oil so that it moves very easily. I'm growing. You know, some of the bones, they are not really allowing me to do some stuff, but definitely if I apply some oil, it will be allowing me to do such moves. So these buffaloes, it looks like they went straight to this direction I'm driving to, because there are these droppings. So maybe we'll be lucky with the buffs or buffaloes this morning. That would be a nice treat, seeing a Dagger Boys combination of the youngsters, the females. And what I like about buffaloes, they're always trying to make you feel a little bit scared, because they will be lifting their heads and their nose all the time and trying to approach you as much as possible. And they'll be acting very big. So if you have cows at home, definitely the tracks, they look like cows, but they are slightly bigger compared to our domestic cows. So the males have bigger tracks, so it's easier to follow breeding herd because of what they leave behind. So I want to check how fresh this is. Have to be careful, there are lungs around. Yeah, it's not so fresh. I can say it's yeah, very early this morning, because when it's very fresh, you will see the mist coming out of it dropping, and definitely what will do is it will be very wet, and the color will be like this, and then it will be like very wet, because normally when they poo or when they defecate, definitely they pee sometimes. So if you're a sensitive viewer, I don't really wash my hands or sanitize them after this. I just use my tongue. So if you're very sensitive, may you please move away from the camera. Ready? Are you ready, brother? Yeah, for sure. Your things we eat in the bush, or things I eat in the bush. So interesting. So what I want to do, okay, let me go this way. And so I will scratch this area around here, get to see what's happening. Yes, I'm back. I was just giving some update on what I'm up to. So there's activity of buffaloes around here, and it looks like these buffaloes are heading straight to the same direction as these lion tracks are heading. So the lion tracks are just on the right hand side here. That's the eastern, the western part. So I'm heading down a little bit south. I'm going to scratch around there, because there's a car that's scratching around there that's busy following up on those lines while I'm searching on these buffs. So definitely we'll be giving each other's updates, and then definitely if I spot something, I'll let him know. And if he does spot the cats, we'll definitely fly Bundu Bash to that area. Canadian, sorry about that. I think my tummy can stand these things, eh? But yeah, don't have to eat like a huge amount of these droppings. Just a small piece, then you'll be good. I'm sure if I can eat the whole dog, definitely I will be getting sick or won't feel well. Yo, these buffaloes, they can move, eh? Short space of time, definitely. They cover a huge distance. Aha! Ah, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, sorry, matey. Cheryl T. I really appreciate that. Maximilian. Yes, definitely this is live and we are following buffs, definitely. Look at that. Look at that intimidating look. That look is definitely intimidating. Intimidating, it's definitely. I don't know why, but maybe it was searching at it. Oh, look, Mary. There's a baby. Look at that, Mary. There's a new baby there. Whoa! There is a baby. Wow. Oh, push the tree down is an elephant that push the tree down. It's the only animal here around here that can push such big trees down. And this youngster definitely standing right next to mom, making sure that it's always in the middle of the herd, because definitely the lions will be interested in that. You can see the color is different. You can see it's trying to, whoa. The end part of the tail, Mary, is gone. So what happened there? Is it was stuck in vicious thorns, or it was taken by a hyena? Because what happens is they fall prey to these vicious predators around here, because hyenas definitely will have a taste for that, and then lions will definitely have a taste for that. You can see the coloration is different, so it knows that if it's lying down next to mom, definitely it will be blending in very well. And if they can smell predators around here, we will see they will form up a wall, so that these youngsters are protected. You can see there's quite a few youngsters around here. These buffalo calves, definitely they are beautiful. Yeah, Canadian ears are beautiful, making sure that they listen to the surroundings. Here's the other one, they're following mom, Mary. Look at that! Whoa! That one looked as if it's still trying to find its feet. So buffaloes definitely, they have to be on their legs a few minutes after they're born, because what happens is buffaloes are not territorial, they are free range animals or free roaming animals. So what happens, they are always on the move, and then those youngsters are supposed to be following up on the herd, especially, or their mothers, when they start moving. That's why they have to be then to be on their legs quickly, just like the zebras, the impalas, and all the animals that they live mostly in the open areas, or they are free roaming ranging animals, or home ranging animals, definitely. Yes, I don't know more, definitely. It's not, sometimes they get pooped on, but what happens is most of the time the buffaloes, to just keep themselves warm, they'll defecate, and they will definitely lie or sleep on top of their droppings to get that warmth. Oh, listen to that. Of their droppings, especially you will usually see that when it's winter time, mostly when it's winter, when it's cold, definitely they like doing that as often as possible. So I can see there's this darker boy there looking straight from these vicious trees, definitely. And Brent, he is always saying he likes taking or photographing these beautiful animals, and they will always give you that beautiful picture, no matter where they are facing. Definitely buffalo won't give you a bad picture. James Henry, I'll definitely won't use my finger next time. But I prefer touching and feeding things around here. It makes, to me, it does make sense. But yeah, definitely, I would use a stick next time. But it's as these are herbivores, so it's not bad to touch their droppings. So because these droppings, we use them actually at home, outside when we have a traditional ceremony. What we do is we make a polish using cow droppings. That's exactly the same as buffaloes. And what we do is we gather them while they're still fresh, and then we put them in a huge container or a rubbish bin, and what we do is we add water and then we let them sit for a day, and then we start mixing them with our own hands, and we polish the floor, the ground, then it looks beautiful. Matty, look at that boy there, Matty. I want to get closer, Matty. I want to get a little bit closer to these beautiful, beautiful boys and girls. Whoa. Sorry. Oh. I just want to put my face in here. So definitely this is a true beautiful dagga boy, eh? Look at this dagga boy, man. Oh. Look at this boy. Definitely this is a real dagga boy. So this one is still able to keep up with these females, so with his herd. Of course, this one has I still have strength to do that. So you can see the oxpeckers are doing the job, so they don't need to worry about those ticks that I can't reach, because these ticks are definitely hitchhiking freely and they're getting all the snack. But definitely if there's a wound, they might make it worse. And you can see this dark boy is like a beautiful, beautiful boy with that mud on its body. And you can see there's a youngster. Oh, everything is just scattered around here. Whoa, this is beautiful. So I can see this youngster, mate, on the road here. Oh, run, moving away from us. You're welcome, Barbara. So these youngsters, actually, what they do is, whoa, look at those horns, man. Look at that the male that we were with there. Look at those horns, brother. Whoa. Yes, see, they are so massive, bro. And look how they form that W there. Beautiful, Matty, eh? Whoa. And definitely it's advisable when you're walking in the bush, you have to listen as much as possible, because you will hear a sound coming from these head, or you'll hear oxpeckers, and definitely you hear the impalas. As we heard the impala snorting. Definitely easy. These are holy peacocks. Oh, they're mating there. Oh, they're trying to mate. Okay, trying to mount, eh? Oh, just imagine, they don't even wait for these youngsters to be far away from them. They just don't waste time. So, but definitely it's a learning curve to these youngsters, so they know that how to mate or how to mount. Definitely, if there's a female that's ready to mate, definitely these boys won't waste time. And if two boys or more than one boys are interested, definitely they will be fighting. Mary, look at that that buffalo that in the middle there. You can see this on the road, just right in the back. It has a wound, eh, on its side. That one straight there. Yeah, one at the back there. That one next to it, on the right hand side of that, just right at the back there. It has a wound on its side. Yeah, that one. Definitely that one. You can see there's a wound, but it's not visible properly because of this female that's standing in the middle of the road. So that wound might be from other male buffalo. It's moving away from us. It's hiding its wound. Definitely, if they're interested, definitely will start fighting if there's a need for them to fight. Yeah, I think I also noticed that, but I wanted to be sure, Mary, that the yellow-billed hornbill. Oh, definitely. I also can see that. Yeah, I can see a yellow-billed hornbill and a red-billed hornbill. Actually, Matty, that yellow-billed hornbill on that buffalo you're at right now on top there, it's a yellow-billed hornbill. I will look for it. Yes, Mary, you are right. Definitely, that was a yellow-billed hornbill, and also on the right-hand side, I spotted a red-billed hornbill. Oxpecker. Matty, an oxpecker, not a hornbill. What drink are we? Yes, Mary, it's a yellow-billed oxpecker, not a hornbill. What? Yes, it was a yellow-billed oxpecker, and definitely I saw a yellow-billed, a red-billed oxpecker also. And so this one is suckling. So you can see it's suckling better now. It's not really struggling, but when it's suckled from the back, look at that. That's why. Ooh, what spooked you guys? Oh, it's a migration. Whoa. So this is the reason why these youngsters, their horns, they grow pointing backwards, because they have to suckle from the back, because you can see this herd, it's not standing still. Saying something? This female is stressed. It looks like maybe it lost its calf. Definitely it lost its calf, eh? So look at the tail, it's like curled up there. Definitely it's not feeling great, definitely. So definitely, I think it's looking for its calf. Whoa! What a sound, eh? Push it a little bit forward. Maybe it lost its cup due to something that killed it. Who knows? Just look around. You might be lucky. Whoa. Definitely Wombo, he is not happy. But I think she did manage to see the calf again, because you can see everyone is scattered all over the place, and so the calf is definitely going to be smelling mom. So that's why these calves, they have to be next to mom at all costs, so that they can master her scent. Definitely it's easier for the mom to, or for the calf to spot mom, or to identify mom from this huge herd. Yeah, Mary, definitely lions have got to be nearby, just on the western part from here. So what we'll do, we'll be searching and scratching for them after this beautiful sighting, and definitely we might see one lion or two. Mary, do you see this buffalo here that you're pointing right now, that you're facing actually? See the oxpeckers on top there? Please stay there. And there's this baby oxpecker there. So you can see its beak, it's still dark. So you might think maybe it's a different species of an oxpecker, but it's just a young oxpecker, but its beak is still dark. Look at that. That's a black-billed oxpecker. I'm just chucking nonsense. So it's just a baby oxpecker. So you can see that the size difference. The tail still short, and definitely the body size tells that it's still very young. Yeah, Arlaro, definitely what happens, this call of that female, that stress call, definitely it was going to attract the lions, or it might attract the lions, because lions will think maybe the stress call of a buffalo that is being attacked by either other lions or hyenas. So definitely if you hear a call like that in the bush, it's similar to a stress call when these buffaloes are attacked. So it will definitely attract a few predators. And I'm sure wherever the other lions, if they did hear that call, definitely they were like standing up and trying to get what direction is that distress call coming from. Canadian, what happens is they do answer sometimes, but most of the time what happens is mom knows her calf's call, and the calf knows her mom's call or her mom's voice, because they master those things instinctively. So that's why they can identify their calf, because they nearly look the same, especially when they're at the same age. These calves, they look the same. That's why they have to master the scent, and they have to master their mother's call. Well, beautiful, beautiful herd, eh? So here in Pride Lands, we can't really rely on these buffalo herds to show us some lions, because what happens is our lions are not really much interested in seeing or in snacking on eating or attacking buffaloes. What they're really interested in to hunt, it's giraffes. So most of the time in other places, you will see, when you see a herd of buffaloes, definitely you might be seeing a pride following up on that. But our lions here, they prefer to take down a huge male giraffe or a baby giraffe instead of taking down a big boy. And definitely they know the risks that are involved in taking down a buffalo, because a buffalo is not easy to take to go down. Definitely, Arulamo. Let's keep our eyes open. But because the mom is quiet now, I think she did manage to locate her calf. Definitely, if it was down, or if it was just on the other side being attacked by predators, you will see these buffaloes forming up a wall facing at that particular predator or predators. Definitely they'll be trying to chase it away from that carcass or from that body. So that's what they do. But sometimes I just wonder why these buffaloes, they take time to defend that. They will wait for their friend or their cousin to be dead before they start attacking. So if they knew that lions are way smaller than them, they wouldn't have ran away from lions if they're in a big herd like this. Yeah, but lions know very well that if 1 or 2 or 3 lions are caught up in the middle of this herd, definitely they will be in trouble, because buffaloes are known to kill lions. Honey badger, thank you, Mary for Wild. Yes, we are in Pride Lands Conservancy. That is in Balule Nature Reserve. Balule, it's Balule, Balule Nature Reserve in the Greater Kruger National Park here in South Africa. Beautiful area, hey? how many lines I take to take down a giraffe? I can say, let's say definitely a baby giraffe can be taken down by 2 lines, or so either 1 line. But you know, mom has to be away from that, because mom can fight back. And then a full-grown giraffes, I've seen that being taken down by at least 6 lines. And 5 they can take it down, and even 4 they can take, because lions, they just don't want to be defeated by any situation. Even if they can see that they're struggling, definitely they will go for it. And then, but to take down a giraffe, as we have these beautiful lions, which are 6 females with cubs, definitely specializing in giraffes. So definitely 6 lions, they can easily take down a fully grown giraffe. So the southern part is starting to get aggressive right now. So it's more cloudy compared to the other sections. So hopefully you won't be receiving any drops from the sky before the end of the drive. So I'm sure it will be waiting for us to so definitely will be good for that. Barbara, thank you so much. It's great to be back. I'm so glad to be back. And my first drive, I was so lucky to sit next to the lions, the ones that we are busy following up on. Definitely, I was spoiled. I was spoiled. And I'm so glad to be driving you. And yes, for sure. So. As we all know that the free-to-air drives are shorter compared to the paid drives, Mary. So definitely, if you Mary, what's this? It's a swallow, bro. Yeah, it's just swallow, man. What swallow is this? Made a great find, brother. I didn't see that coming, bro. Mary, yes, my man. So it has to 10. To the camera, so they can identify this, whether it's it's just an African swallow, or it's oh, it doesn't have streaks on its chest. So this one, maybe, I'm not really sure what swallow is this. Definitely have to be sure of that. Because your swallows are like, not easy to identify. So yeah, this one has just a band on its just below its neck, its beak. So this one, to me, it looks like an African swallow. Let's see, it has a brownish color on its rump. It does have a brownish color on its crown, because it's not a lesser striped swallow. It's also not it does have streaks on its chest. Yeah, I think this one, because African swallow doesn't have that. I think it's an African swallow. Beautiful. Because definitely African swallows, they Mary? Definitely, what a beautiful bird, brother. With a tiny little beak. And what they do is they feed while they fly most of the time, Mary. They don't need to be on the ground to feed. So There are aerial feeders who feed on these small insects. Definitely they'll be following up sometimes on these buffalo heads, making sure that they grab a snack. And Metichi. Canadian, definitely the coloration is beautiful. And what's going to happen is that we're going to wrap up the drive so quickly, Maddie. Whoa. So free to air drive was so short, eh? And what happens is the car that's right next to us, the car that was busy following up on those lines, so we didn't find the lines, and they also didn't find lines, but definitely they'll be on the southeast corner in the thick block, because what happens is when they are not up to something, they will be sitting right into the bushes, and definitely you might miss them, because that's last time if we were watching my drive the day before yesterday, they're just right next to the road, but for us to see them, they were supposed to be popping up their heads to give us that best sighting. But if when they started sleeping or lying down flat, they were not really visible. And then yeah, thank you so much for watching, Mary. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for your questions and comments. Even if it was a very, very, very tricky start because of technical issues, but definitely we did manage to get back up and running, and we did find some beautiful things, not only the buffaloes, but those beautiful 7 goslings, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 7, 6, and 5. Definitely I still remember them, their names by heart. That's what those are the names that we gave them. And thank you, Charleston FC, to make sure that remnants are being dealt with. And definitely we thank VM for reaching back to us when we need help. And yeah, it was a slow, very beautiful drive, Mary. And what we're going to do, I'm going to have some coffee this morning and head back to the screen, laptop, and then definitely I'll be having some siesta time and get other things running. And I will see you tomorrow morning, right, Mary? We're not driving this afternoon. We're going to see you tomorrow morning, and definitely please buy your seats. Get yourself a ticket so that we can take you for a live game drive almost every day, morning or afternoon drive. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning, 5:30 South African Standard Time or Central African Time. And definitely Kaya loves you all, and stay blessed, safe and healthy. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye bye.
Like a river in the rain, oh Father of the 4 winds, take away my attentions. I did not betray you. I did not forsake you. The universe on a string. drifting in.